Hi everyone, Janie Finlay here, having a chat today with my good mates Dave and Ness. We've all known each other for a while, supported each other in various ways, and we thought we'd just have a bit of a chat today about the realities of what's happening in the world right now and what we can do to support each other with sharing some information. So Dave and Ness are with Eagle Crest Technologies, a fantastic local business here in Northern Tasmania. And I've known Dave for a while, but I've known Ness for longer. So back in the day, when I first moved back to Tassie as a furniture designer from Sydney, and I was first elected to the city of Launceston, I set up a sort of a headquarters, home base in what was the old Lyceum Theatre. And Ness came in and worked with me as an administration trainee. So we've known each other for a while.
Yeah, a long time.
You might be able to tell some sneaky secrets, but we won't go in that today. So since Ness has been working with Dave at Eagle Crest Technologies, become a mum, which is really super exciting, something I'm really proud of, a beautiful mum nonetheless, and has been super supported by Dave to work from home to support herself and also the business. So what I thought we might do today is have a bit of a chat. Working from home is likely to be an option for many people in the few days, weeks, months ahead. And it doesn't have to be complicated or scary. And I thought I'd have a chat to Ness about, you know, how do you do it? What do you do? How does it make life different? But also, how does it make life easier? You got some stuff that you're open to sharing with us, Ness?
I can give it a go.
Great. And that's what it's about. You know, this is about, one, for me, recording a video on Teams or Skype, giving it a go, but it's also about Dave giving it a go for people working from home. So let's give it a go.
Okay, where do you want to start?
So you've become a mum. You approach the idea of working from home. What have you got set up? How does home look? At the moment, I'm in front of sort of like cardboard box cubbies and pantry doors and things. What's the reality of working from home for you? What have you got available to you, and how have you set up your space maybe?
Okay, well, similar to you, sort of midway between the kitchen and the lounge room, so in the middle of everything that's going on, the toys, everything. My desk, I've got dual monitors set up and a dock for my laptop, which is all provided. So I've just got a desk with all of that, all the other household stuff happening at the same time.
And talking about household happening at the same time, I remember with my firstborn, sleep was really interrupted, daytime was really interrupted, and I could be up at, say, 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. and wide awake. And I actually found that I could do things that were useful at that time. I don't know what your experience has been like, but I tried really hard to breastfeed as a young mum. It wasn't actually always easy, so I had these moments of being in my head, and having a distraction of work was sometimes really useful. Do you work 9 to 5 from home? Do you have flexibility, support from Dave to work when it works for you?
Yep, absolutely. If I'm awake at 3 a.m. and I've got stuff to do, I can do it. A lot of what I do can be done from anywhere. I think office time is more like a sanity check, like human beings, adult time away from the house. So I could probably do everything that I'm doing without even having to be in the office, apart from it's easier for meetings to sort of have that face-to-face. But generally, I've had some interesting conversations with Dave. I was awake at 3 a.m, but as, feeding times change and all of that sort of stuff, but your body's still in that pattern, wide awake. Oh, I should just do some work. And, that was definitely, possibility.
Yeah, and what is it about you, Dave, with your company that allowed you to be open to this whole idea? And how has that prepared you now for what, the Tasmanian business community are going to be finding themselves with over the weeks and months ahead?
I think it was just we wanted to make a different company that was client focused. So at least 50% of our clients are in this position of being possibly mothers. So if we want to listen completely to at least half the population, we need to become a lot more aware. So I think I just went in with that mindset. So with Vanessa, she's probably going in the mindset of how do I do it like a bloke or traditional. It's like, no, let's rethink this. So what works for you? We've got the trust. So if I say I need something done, I know within 24 hours you'll get it done. I never have to follow you up. It just simply gets done, and it gets done really well. It just might be at 2 a.m. in the morning between feeds, but it gets done, as opposed to chasing around at 5 to 4 or anything like that. So it actually worked extremely well. But levels of trust, and and Vanessa's credit, I've never had to chase because she just is so confident in doing that sort of stuff.
And what have you learned through the process? And you're not only supporting Ness, but you've got others as well that you're supporting in a variety of flexible ways. What have you learned that you could share with people in operating a business like this that could be great tips or advice for people setting up from home now where they've never tried it before?
I think the technology is pretty good nowadays. Office 365, Zooms, all that type of product makes it pretty easy to connect from your phone to a phone or a video to a laptop. All that stuff's possible. Probably think a little bit more outside the square to go. If someone's doing a lot of account work, having a second screen or maybe a second keyboard makes things a lot faster than simply trying to sit on a laptop on your lap. And I think, basically being there for them, because I think it's technically good to be at home, but I'd be also thinking about what sometimes you do need to come in and for that sanity check, a human contact. You can feel alone. So in a sense, finding a way to meet. So I'm sort of thinking the next 3 to 4 months, even if we all go home, still do our one-on-ones where we can in a safe way, maybe at a coffee shop. But there is a bit of human contact. I think that's really important for Vanessa. She loves her baby dearly, but there is that sanity check where let's go have some adult time. And I know she said that, but I really want to emphasise that. It's important.
I think that's really important. I saw someone else's post earlier today where one of the safest things that we can be doing now and also healthy is actually being outside. So maybe instead of having meetings in an office, you have a stand-up meeting outside. You might go for a walk if you're out, fresh air, sunshine, keeping a safe distance. As we progress forward, that's likely to actually be a really positive thing and a safe thing to do. The other thing with technology is it allows us to work from home. I've got a friend who, I might say is in unfortunate circumstances. She was having a bit of a rough time in Tassie last year and she packed up everything and moved to Italy. And now she's in lockdown in Italy. Really challenging time, but we've been connecting through technology and having these sorts of catch-ups, which is sort of like that adult time together. And people being aware that there are these types of apps and platforms that you can use to connect socially and to support you in business, I think at this time is really important. So thanks for sharing, Ness. Thanks for showing, thanks to Dave not on your behalf, but on everyone's behalf of showing that there are ways of being flexible. I think it's really useful for us to share these tips and these conversations and stories at this time. We might check in again in another week or so and see how things have shifted for your business even from here. But anyone that's watching, if you're facing a new reality in terms of potentially working from home, know that just give it a go. That's what we said at the beginning, right? You just give things a go. None of us ever get anything right first. It's all, learning by doing. But if we can share tips and stories together and keep it real and keep connected, we're all going to be in the best possible position going forward. So thanks for your time. I really appreciate it. Best wishes with your company and the support that you provide to other local businesses. It is a time where we've all got to be together and share together, and I really appreciate your time today.
Thank you.
No worries. Thanks, Jamie.
See ya.
See ya. Bye.